Hi everyone, welcome back to our show coverage of DEMA 2025 here in Orlando, Florida, USA. And we're here with Dive Lantern, fellow Australians. How are you, Nik Johnson?
I'm good, thanks. How are you?
Yeah, really well, thanks. So you're going to show us through some of your products today. Now, you have a specialisation in diving lights and various torches, which as underwater photographers, we love because we love taking shots with models and using focus lights and not disturbing marine life and all of those sorts of things. But you also have some underwater video lights as well that you're wanting to show us today. Now, I believe there's some prototypes, is that right?
That's it, yeah. So I can show you some 3D models of the exterior, and we've got a rough prototype of the actual electronic version of it.
Sure, okay, take us through them.
Cool. So perhaps if I run you through, this is just a rough kind of like the exterior is not what we're going to do, but in terms of the button operation, one of the things I always found with multifunction video lights is I'd turn it on to like a red light and then I want to go to blue and I'd go past it. And likewise with output levels, I'd be on like 50% and I'd want to go up and then I'd go past it and I'd end up back at 0 and I'd have to go all the way back right around the outputs. So when we designed this one, so it turns on and then you can move it down that way, and then up. So I can go upwards and down from any point. Likewise, if I'm changing between the different modes, I can go to UV, I can go then to blue, but I can also then go backwards and go back to UV, and then it cycles all the way around. So that's red, and then it's going to go back to blue and back to UV. Within each of these modes, there is different output levels as well. So I can cycle it around, and the other thing I found was that sometimes I'd turn it off, and I wanted to be able to turn it back on really quickly. So the light's still on, it's on standby, but within a single switch I can either move it to the lowest level or to the highest level.
Okay. So once you get all the buttons done in your head, it's really easy and functional to use. So how many thousand lumens is this light going to be? That's
7,000.
7,000.
7,000 lumens of white light. In terms of charging, you've got a couple of different options for charging. One is a magnetic charging, so we have a magnetic charging port. I can't actually see the cable at the moment, but that's all right. Just put a magnetic charging cable onto that and it will charge, or alternatively you can also open it up, and if you've got 2 batteries there is a USB-C charging port in it, so if you've got one charging while you're diving you can charge it and then...
Fantastic.
Now the exterior of this is designed, so one of the other things I found when I was diving was if you mount the ball on the bottom, when you put it onto here, the switches are facing away from you.
Yes, that's right.
I
know that from experience.
So there's a few different ways you can do it, but this is, I believe we're the only light that's doing this, where we've got 3 different mounting points. So you can see on this one how we've got each, like this side is mounted on the right hand side of the switch and this side is mounted on the left hand side of the switch. So I can keep the switches faced back towards me no matter which way I'm orienting the light. So I can put it all the way out here, just put that down. I'll get my little Australia koala off.
Oh, you don't
and then you've got them there. There you go. It's one for you.
Fantastic.
You could also mount it the other way. If you knew you were going to have it really wide and you wanted to switch the other way up, you could mount it on that side and flip it so the light sits on top. But either way, I can always have the buttons facing towards me, so I can access them and I can see what I'm doing with them.
Fantastic.
So that's kind of another...
So customers, they can decide where they want these buttons mounted when they purchase them in store?
The ball mount. So you can just literally...
you just move the ball mount?
Yeah, you just literally unscrew it and then screw it in any one of those 3 positions.
Easy.
So,
Simple, innovative, very easy solution. Yeah, that sounds great.
And we're going to start implementing that on all our video lights. So we've got a 3,000 lumen video light that we're working on at the moment, and that will also be on that light too.
And when will these be available for people to purchase in
this
the market?
One's Q1 2026, the 7,000, and then the 3,000 is probably Q2 2026.
So within the next sort of 6 to 8 months or so. That's great. Excellent. And you've also got a number of different dive torches and other lights here as well.
That's right,
Have you got some super special ones that you love that you want to show us?
I'm kind of partial to all of them.
There must be at least 1 or 2 special ones.
So this is something that's in Australia and New Zealand, it's really popular with like lobster or crayfish hunters because you've got a white light version and then you've got a red light version. So, but even if you're dive guiding and you wanted to just signal something and not disturb the marine life, using the red light's so much more helpful for that.
Yeah.
And by having a focused red beam, it actually does travel through the water far enough to actually use it.
Yeah. Okay, so you can use these also as a little focus light as well, even if you're shooting with, say, like an action camera or with your phone in your housing, things like that.
Totally, yeah.
Yeah, excellent.
Other ones, I mean, this is probably our most kind of universal light. It's a 2000 lumen dive light. Person holds to turn on, so you can't bump it accidentally and turn it on. Then you've got 3 different output modes, so you've got full, half, and then 10%. But it also has the magnetic charging, so you don't need to take the battery out to charge it. If you do, for some reason, flatten the battery, you can actually take it out. But so one of the things I found, lights break in a few different ways. People drop them, and then they'll land on a deck or something, and then it'll crack the lens. So we've got a really big, I don't know if you can see it, but there's a really big piece of metal there, and the ring's slightly recessed. So even if you do drop it,
it's not going to,
it's not going to impact the lens. The other one is just generally opening and closing the light. You're going to contaminate the O-rings. So by using magnetic charging, we don't need to do that. And the other one is for some reason underwater. But I think it goes back to the old days of twist switches, and people will turn it underwater, even though it's not a twist switch, and then they'll undo it here. So this one undoes. If you do need to change the battery, it undoes from the tail cap.
Yeah. Okay. So you're not going to accidentally twist it too far underwater.
Yeah. Correct.
And so what's the most powerful light that you have here? So one of the things that I like to shoot is I like to shoot black water photo subjects. And that includes, of course, having a really powerful light where you can spot the tiny critters in the dark black of night. So do you have like anything that's suited for that type of photography?
This is a 3000 lumen light. Again, it's magnetically charged. The other thing that, like, if you for that type of use, you've got the different output levels within this, but you've also got different beam angles. So when I turn it on, I'll turn it on there. So you've got 10 degrees here, but it does open out to 70 degrees.
Okay.
So if you're looking for little critters in the water and they're close, this is going to light up a really big part of the water. So you're going to have a much better chance of seeing something and finding it.
A lot of photographers too are always, they like to include, say, like a model in their shot. So say if it's on a wreck or it's on a reef, which is quite dark, and often, having the model with having a torchlight is really good. So having the ability to close down the beam angle is quite good for that type of thing. And it's actually something that we're always looking for, is like the perfect modelling torch for photography. So it's really good that you can narrow down that beam. So really good. Fantastic.
Cool.
Okay, well, thanks so much, Nick. It's great to meet you.
Yeah, you too.
Cheers.
Thanks, Laura.